Welcome. Today we're exploring the top 4 rare United States of America Kennedy half-dollar coins, each valued for different conditions, key mint marks, and special varieties that collectors are always searching for. From early 90% silver issues and scarce low mintage dates to special proof versions and high-grade uncirculated examples, these Kennedy half-dollars can sometimes be worth far more than their face value. The condition of the coin, whether it is heavily circulated, lightly worn, uncirculated, or preserved in pristine mint state, can greatly influence its collector value. Mint marks such as P, D, and S, along with rare no-mint mark varieties and notable minting errors, also play an important role in determining rarity and demand among collectors. Let's get started. First up, the 1985 United States Kennedy half-dollar coin with a P mint mark in circulated condition is one of those coins that quietly carries a powerful story within its metal, a story that connects history, emotion, and everyday life in a way that few other coins can truly match, making it far more than just a simple piece of currency. At first glance, it may look like an ordinary half-dollar, slightly worn from use, its shine softened by time, yet beneath that surface lies a deep connection to one of the most memorable figures in American history and a design that continues to capture attention decades after its introduction. The Kennedy half-dollar series began in 1964, shortly after the tragic loss of President John F. Kennedy, and the coin was created as a tribute to his legacy, making every piece in the series, including the 1985 version, a continuation of that tribute. By 1985, the coin had already become an established part of American coinage, recognized not only for its design but also for the emotional connection many people felt toward the figure it represented. The P mint mark on this coin indicates that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the oldest and most historically important minting facilities in the United States, known for producing coins that circulate across the nation. Before this coin reached circulation, it began as a carefully prepared planchet made from a copper nickel-clad composition, giving it both durability and a distinctive appearance that has allowed it to withstand decades of handling. These planchets were then struck under immense pressure, imprinting the detailed designs onto both sides with precision and clarity, transforming plain metal into a coin filled with meaning and identity. On the obverse side, the portrait of John F. Kennedy stands out as the central feature, facing left with a strong and dignified expression that reflects his leadership and enduring legacy. Even in circulated condition, Kennedy's profile remains clearly visible, though the finer details may have softened due to years of use, adding character to the coin. Above the portrait, the word liberty is prominently displayed, while the phrase "In God We Trust" appears below, reinforcing the traditional elements of American coinage. The year 1985 is inscribed, marking the moment this coin entered the world and became part of everyday transactions. Turning the coin over reveals the powerful image of the presidential seal, featuring a heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing strength and peace. In circulated condition, the eagle design remains visible, though some of the finer details may be less sharp, giving the coin a more aged and authentic appearance. Above the eagle, the words United States of America are clearly inscribed, while the denomination half-dollar appears below. The phrase E pluribus unum is also present, reinforcing the idea of unity and the coming together of many into one nation. The circulated condition of this coin tells a story of movement and use, showing that it has been part of everyday life, passing through hands, pockets, and transactions over the years. Each scratch and worn edge reflects its journey, turning the coin into a silent witness of countless moments in time. Imagine how many places this coin has traveled since 1985, moving through cities and communities, quietly playing its role in daily life. Coins like this often go unnoticed, yet they carry decades of history within them, waiting to be rediscovered. For collectors, circulated coins hold a special appeal because they represent authenticity and real-world use, something that cannot be replicated in untouched coins. The Kennedy half-dollar remains one of the most popular coins among collectors due to its historical significance and striking design. Each coin in the series tells part of a larger story, and the 1985 P half-dollar is a meaningful chapter in that ongoing narrative. Collectors often search for coins like this in hopes of finding unique features, rare variations, or well-preserved examples that stand out. Even a circulated coin can become valuable under the right circumstances, especially when demand and rarity align. Holding this coin is like holding a piece of history, a reminder of the past and the legacy of a leader whose impact is still remembered today. It shows how coins are more than just money. They are symbols, stories, and connections to moments that shaped the world. The journey of this coin from the mint to circulation and into your hands adds to its meaning and uniqueness. And while many people may see it as just a worn half-dollar, those who truly understand coin collecting know that under the right conditions, a rare example could reach the remarkable value of $45,000. Next up, the 1964 United States Kennedy half-dollar coin with the D mint mark in very fine condition is not just a piece of currency, it is a powerful symbol of history, emotion, and national memory, carrying within its surface a story that continues to resonate with collectors and enthusiasts around the world, making it one of the most iconic coins ever produced in the United States. When you first hold this coin, there is an immediate sense that it belongs to a different era, a time filled with change, emotion, and historical significance, and that feeling alone makes it stand out from many other coins that followed in later years. The year 1964 marks the very first release of the Kennedy half-dollar, created shortly after the tragic loss of President John F. Kennedy, and introduced as a tribute to honor his legacy and leadership. This origin gives the coin a deep emotional value that goes far beyond its monetary use, connecting it directly to a moment in history that impacted millions of people across the world. The D Mint mark indicates that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint, a major facility known for producing large quantities of coins with consistent quality and precision. However, what truly sets the 1964 coin apart is not just its origin, but its composition, as it was the first and only year the Kennedy half-dollar was struck in 90% silver for general circulation. This silver content adds both intrinsic and collectible value, making it highly desirable among collectors and investors alike. Before becoming the finished coin, it began as a carefully prepared silver planchet, a blank disc that would soon be transformed into a historic artifact through the minting process. Using powerful presses, the coin was struck with remarkable detail, imprinting the design that would become one of the most recognizable images in American coinage. On the obverse side, the portrait of John F. Kennedy stands proudly, facing left with a strong and dignified expression that captures his leadership and enduring legacy. In very fine condition, the details of Kennedy's hair, facial features, and profile remain clearly visible, with only slight where that adds character without removing the coin's beauty. Above the portrait, the word liberty is boldly displayed, while the phrase "In God We Trust" appears below, maintaining the traditional elements of American coin design. The year 1964 is clearly inscribed, marking the coin's place as the very first issue of this historic series. Turning the coin over reveals the majestic image of the presidential seal, featuring a heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, symbolizing strength, unity, and national pride. In very fine condition, the details of the eagle, its feathers, and the surrounding elements remain well defined, making the reverse side just as impressive as the obverse. Above the eagle, United States of America is inscribed, while half-dollar appears below, clearly identifying the coin's denomination. The phrase "E pluribus unum" is also present, reinforcing the idea of unity and the coming together of many into one nation. The very fine condition of this coin means it has experienced some circulation, but still retains much of its original detail and visual appeal. This balance between wear and preservation is highly valued by collectors, as it shows both authenticity and beauty at the same time. Each small mark on the coin represents a moment in its journey, a reminder that it has been part of real life and real transactions. Imagine how many people may have held this coin since 1964, how many stories it has silently witnessed over the decades. Coins like this are more than just objects, they are connections to the past, carrying history forward into the present. The Kennedy half-dollar series remains one of the most popular among collectors, largely due to its historical significance and striking design. The 1964 issue, in particular, is often considered the most important of the series because of its silver content and its role as the first year of release. Collectors around the world seek out coins like this, especially those in very fine condition, where the details are still strong and the history is clearly visible. Holding this coin today is like holding a piece of history in your hand, a reminder of a time that shaped the modern world. It shows how something as small as a coin can carry immense meaning, connecting generations through a shared story. The combination of silver content, historical importance, and preserved detail makes this coin truly special in the world of numismatics. And while many may see it as just an old half-dollar, those who truly understand its significance know that under the right circumstances, a rare example could reach the incredible value of $45,000. Next up, the 1972 United States Kennedy half-dollar coin with the D mint mark in circulated condition is one of those remarkable coins that quietly carries decades of history within its worn surface. A coin that may seem ordinary at first but reveals a powerful story when you take the time to truly look at it closely and understand its journey. At a glance, it appears as just another half-dollar, slightly faded from use, its once bright shine softened by years of handling, Yet beneath that surface lies a connection to a significant era in American history and a design that continues to hold strong emotional and cultural meaning. The Kennedy half-dollar series was first introduced in 1964, created as a tribute to President John F. Kennedy after his tragic passing, and by 1972 the coin had already become a symbol of remembrance and national identity. By the early 1970s, the composition of the coin had changed from its original silver content to a copper nickel-clad structure, making coins like the 1972 issue more durable and suitable for long-term circulation. The D Mint mark on this coin indicates that it was struck at the Denver Mint, a facility known for producing large quantities of coins that enter circulation across the country, becoming part of everyday life. Before this coin was ever used in transactions, it began as a simple planchet, a carefully prepared metal disc made from layers of copper and nickel designed to withstand years of wear. These planchets were then struck under immense pressure, imprinting the detailed design onto both sides, transforming raw material into a recognizable and meaningful piece of currency. On the obverse side, the portrait of John F. Kennedy stands prominently, facing left with a calm yet determined expression that reflects his leadership and enduring legacy. Even in circulated condition, the profile remains clear, though the finer details of his hair and features have softened over time, adding character to the coin. Above his portrait, the word liberty is boldly inscribed, while the phrase "In God We Trust" appears below, maintaining the traditional elements found on American coinage. The year 1972 is clearly visible, marking the coin's place within a specific moment in history, a time of change and development in the United States. Turning the coin over reveals the powerful image of the presidential seal, featuring a heraldic eagle with wings spread wide, clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing both strength and peace. In circulated condition, the eagle remains visible, though some of the finer details have been softened, giving the coin a more aged and authentic appearance. Above the eagle, United States of America is inscribed, while half-dollar appears below, clearly identifying the coin's denomination. The phrase "E pluribus unum" is also present, reinforcing the idea of unity and the coming together of many into one nation. The circulated condition of this coin tells a story that goes beyond its design, showing that it has been part of everyday life, moving through countless hands and transactions over the years. Each small scratch and worn edge represents a moment in its journey, a silent record of the many places it has been and the people who have used it. Imagine the path this coin has taken since 1972, traveling through cities, towns, and communities, always part of the flow of commerce. Coins like this often go unnoticed, yet they carry with them decades of history and human connection, making them far more meaningful than they appear. For collectors, circulated coins hold a special kind of value because they represent authenticity and real-world use, something that untouched coins cannot fully capture. The Kennedy half-dollar remains a favorite among collectors due to its historical significance and striking design, making each coin in the series a piece of a larger story. The 1972 D half-dollar is an important part of that story, representing a time when the series had already become a lasting symbol of remembrance and national pride. Collectors often search for coins like this in hopes of finding rare variations or unique characteristics that make them stand out from the rest. Even a circulated coin can hold surprising value when the right factors come together, such as rarity, condition, and collector demand. Holding this coin today is like holding a small piece of history, a reminder of the past and the journey it has taken through time. It shows how something as simple as a coin can carry meaning, connecting generations and preserving stories in a tangible form. The worn surface of the coin is not a flaw, but a testament to its life and experience, making it unique and full of character. And while many people may see it as just another old half-dollar, those who truly understand coin collecting know that under the right conditions, a rare example could reach the incredible value of $45,000. Next up, the 1993 United States Kennedy half-dollar coin with a D Mint mark in circulated condition is a fascinating piece of modern American coinage that blends history, artistry, and the subtle thrill of collecting into one tangible object, carrying with it a story that spans decades and captures a unique moment in both numismatic and national history. At first glance, it might seem like just another coin found in a jar or loose change, but a closer look reveals much more. It is a representation of a legacy, a tribute to President John F. Kennedy, and a symbol of the enduring appeal of American currency. The Kennedy half-dollar series was first introduced in 1964, shortly after the tragic assassination of President Kennedy, and by 1993, this coin had already been in circulation for nearly 3 decades, marking the persistence of both his memory and the design chosen to honor him. Unlike the original 1964 silver coins, by 1993 the Kennedy half-dollar was composed of a copper nickel-clad, making it more suitable for general circulation while still preserving the elegance and integrity of the original design. The D Mint mark indicates that this coin was produced at the Denver Mint, one of the nation's major mints, which has a long history of producing high-quality coins for use across the United States. Before this coin ever entered circulation, it began as a flat, polished planchet that was carefully prepared to accept the intricate designs that would soon be impressed upon it. Under immense pressure, the planchet was struck with precision, imprinting the obverse with the iconic profile of John F. Kennedy, capturing his dignified features and forward-looking gaze, a symbol of hope and leadership that has endured for decades. Even in circulated condition, the details of Kennedy's profile remain distinguishable, though the softer edges and worn surfaces reflect the countless hands that have held this coin over the years, each adding a subtle mark of history. Above Kennedy's portrait, the word liberty stands boldly, a reminder of the fundamental values of the nation, while below, the inscription "In God We Trust" emphasizes the traditional motto that has appeared on American coins for generations. The year of minting, 1993, is clearly visible, anchoring the coin in a specific historical context and reminding collectors that it comes from a period of the early 90s, a time of both economic change and technological advancement in the United States. Flipping the coin reveals the reverse, where the presidential seal is beautifully displayed with the eagle holding arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing both the nation's preparedness for defense and its commitment to peace, a duality that resonates with the American experience. The inscriptions "United States of America" and $50 frame the eagle, while "E Pluribus Unum" arcs across the top, reinforcing the enduring message of unity among the many states of the country. The circulated condition adds character to the coin, showing that it has been part of everyday life for decades, moving through countless transactions, each scuff and worn edge a testament to its journey and the people it touched along the way. This wear does not diminish the coin's appeal. In fact, it tells a story of authenticity and lived experience, something uncirculated coins cannot convey, giving the piece a tangible link to history. Collectors often appreciate circulated coins like this because they reflect the coin's true life, having been used in commerce, handled by generations, and witnessing the ebb and flow of daily economic activity. Despite the wear, the Kennedy $50 remains a collector's favorite because of its strong connection to American history, its elegant design, and the emotional resonance tied to the legacy of President Kennedy. In 1993, the Kennedy $50 had firmly established itself as a coin that was both functional for transactions and symbolic as a collectible item, striking a balance between practicality and historical significance. While circulated coins are more common than uncirculated versions, each one holds the potential for discovery. Subtle variations, mint errors, or unique markings can make an otherwise standard coin a noteworthy find for collectors. Handling this coin today allows one to feel the weight of history, the flow of decades, and the sense that each small detail, from the worn edges to the softened eagle, carries with it stories of the countless people who interacted with it. The D Mint mark also adds a layer of interest for collectors, as coins from different mints can sometimes hold subtle variations in strike quality, which can impact both aesthetic appeal and long-term value. Circulated coins like this Kennedy $50 often spark curiosity, encouraging collectors and casual observers alike to think about the era in which the coin was produced, the history it witnessed, and the path it traveled before reaching them. Even with signs of wear, the artistry of the coin remains evident. The careful engraving, the balanced proportions, and the symbolic imagery all work together to make it a meaningful artifact of American culture. The Kennedy $50 continues to resonate because it combines a tribute to a beloved president with high-quality design and symbolism, making each coin more than just currency. It becomes a story, a piece of history, and a collectible in one. As collectors assess this 1993 D $50, they consider both its condition and the broader narrative it represents, understanding that circulated coins have their own unique charm and value in the numismatic world. Even in the everyday economy, these coins serve as tangible reminders of the nation's heritage, bridging the gap between the past and present with every transaction and exchange. For those deeply interested in American coinage, owning a Kennedy $50 in circulated condition provides an opportunity to connect with history, appreciate craftsmanship, and participate in the ongoing tradition of coin collecting. Despite its common presence in circulation, this coin carries the potential to intrigue, educate, and inspire collectors, particularly when considering its connection to one of America's most iconic leaders. The subtle patina and minor wear marks only enhance its story, highlighting the journey it has taken through decades of American life, moving through countless hands and witnessing the passage of time. For a collector who understands the significance of condition, mint mark, and historical context, a 1993 Kennedy $50 with a D mint mark in circulated condition could, under the right circumstances, command a remarkable value of $45,000.